How's it going, Luigi? You good?
Good, good. Yourself, Marcel? It's really nice to meet you.
You too, you too. I'm good, thank you. Where you coming from?
So I'm coming from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm 29 years old, and currently I'm not at home. I'm actually here visiting my parents.
Nice, nice. So you're currently in the real world, correct?
Yes, I am.
Nice. And what was you doing before you joined the real world?
So before this, I was a software engineer. I was working at a private company, and it really all I was doing for my previous job, I was just working on. They had me for 1 full year working on the bidets, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of this. I'm pretty much the guy that worked on their software, just trying to fix third party issues, and I got tired of being shoved in a closet. I'm like, no, forget this. I want something far more than this. This is I don't feel like there was not that much purpose. I'm like, let me give the real world a shot. So how I entered was I'm pretty sure this is one of your questions. I didn't mean to jump the
No,
boat.
it's a free flowing conversation. I just want to see how you're getting on, what sort of like
Mhm.
money you're making there, and how you're the things you're finding, like the barriers. Like it'll be a variety of things. So don't worry. Go just free flow. You're good.
Perfect. Yeah, so it was around the time around like November 11 is when I was yeah, November 11th, somewhere around there of 2024 is when I found out about the real world. One of my buddies from Discord, he hit me up about it. And he said, "Luigi, definitely try the real world." And
Yeah.
I as I'm looking through the ads, I'm like, this is some really cool, awesome stuff. I see a lot of success stories from a lot of your students and myself included. Now, not at the time, but then now it's like after committing, I'm like, I see so many testimonials. I see so many people have found so much purpose in what they do. And I'm like, I definitely want to be in that top percentage. I'm like, there's no fractal way that I can possibly fail if I try my absolute hardest. And so far, since joining the real world, really all it has been, I love my time in it. I love that you get to fix the mentality because a lot of the people that roam this earth is that they can't have their mentality straightened, and it's like that's all it is. It's just the mentality. The real world really irons out your mindset for in order for you to be prepared for this kind of journey.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I 100% agree with that. A lot of people, even just the barriers that they create for themselves before even trying. They convince themselves that they can't do it, or there's a reason why they shouldn't do it, just because they allow the fear to take over before even trying to to, to accomplish whatever they want to accomplish. So, 100%, a lot of it is to do with mindset. There's obviously skill as well. I always say, the real world is where skill meets mindset, which produces results.
Mhm.
And yeah, like you said, you'll see a lot of people inside there that are able to accomplish a lot of things because they're able to combine the two, which is the goal of the real world in the first place.
Absolutely.
So, what was the campus that you fell into when you not fell into, but decided to adventure in?
So the first campus that I started, and this sounds very typical, but content creation plus AI. I've always enjoyed creating content. Like even years before this, during my this was like 10 years ago. I was like a content creator on YouTube. I enjoyed creating videos. I enjoyed creating one for one of my buddies. Now, so then now that's when I fell into content creation plus AI. I absolutely love the integration with AI on content creation with videos, and then but though personally for me, since I come from an engineering background, I I looked into another campus. I'm like, oh, they have AI automation, the agency campus. Let me check that out. And it's nearly every single thing that I know is already in that campus. And I'm like, this was made for me, dude. Like I there's like I didn't have no second thoughts. I'm like, just go for it. If I'm already thinking it twice, like
Yeah,
there's no reason for me to think it more. Just go and join. And Lord and behold, I'm already involved in a variety of niches. Like I know that's kind of like like that's contrast to what the profs teach, but it's more so like for me how I fell into those opportunities. It was more
yeah,
so of that they just come up in the moment, and I'm here thinking if I want to capitalize on this, then I would have to solve their problem right there on the spot and give them a solution as fast as I possibly can. And really, that's all it led to. So I'm involved in a variety of niches. I'm involved in repair shops. I'm involved in personal fitness. Let's see. I'm involved in real estate. I'm making one for a mobile application that's pretty much finished. So Yeah,
So,
it's quite a lot.
so that's quite a contrast because you said you're really into like the creative side of things before, but when I'm guessing you studied to before this, you went to university or something.
Yeah, back when I was 18 years old. So it's around like 2014 to
Yeah,
2018 is when I started university. I was at a university. This sounds complicated, but this is the title that they gave me: electrical computer engineering technology. It's really not that much. It's just a guy who programs electrical stuff
of
plus
course.
software software engineering. So it's quite a balance between the two.
So, what was the difference between like going to college or university to study that and the courses they were teaching in the real world? Because you said like you when you got to the real world, you realized oh they actually teach the same stuff that you was learning at college.
Mhm.
What was the differences that you found though?
The differences is that for university, university is they I feel like they BS it all the time. It's they give me courses that are complete BS, like English courses, and there's language. I think they're there just to say that we're cultural, that just for promotion.
We're
They
doing
don't
something.
yeah, no, they they don't give you like they give you like the fundamentals before going to the advanced with that just takes years. Then compared to the real world, you just go straight into it, like straight into the fire. Like you get actual projects that you create for yourself, you create for clients versus with university in a traditional sense, they don't give you that much of the opportunity. It's more so we'll be teaching the basics, and then from there you will have your own hopes in hoping that something you could get a job someday, or you want even yeah, you just won't even. But like with the real world, it was like it's straight to the point. This is like the skills that is required, like it's bridging the gap
Yeah,
for what businesses are looking for in the workforce, because not a lot of the students, I'm sorry, the university, that there's this huge gap that it's like they live in the
yeah,
academics, they live in their own delusional world, and you're like, guys, the theoretical stuff is nice and all, but without the application, without what guys are requesting on the other side, it's like you have this huge gap, and it's like you clearly like you can clearly see it, and I just see it all as a scam now. Like this comes from a guy who went to university, and I'm saying it even now it's a scam. Like
yeah.
there's no point. Like the real world, it's direct, it's straight to the point, very easy to pick up. APIs, yeah, with API webhooks, those are very easy to pick up, and you have to wait like what 3 years in university to learn that stuff. Like why? Like this, guys, guys, this stuff is easy. Like you're lacking on your students.
Yeah. Do you know what? You've hit it the exact nail on the head as well because that gap is what is important. That's where you amount a lot of the failure of people who go to college and then don't make it to this part because how do you close the gap? How do I go from learning this stuff to landing a job? Because when I go to the job,
Yes,
I need experience. Or they say, and do you understand? So like having the theory and not having any sort of practical appliances to anything, like it does leave a huge gap in the market. Whereas, as you said, in the real world, we try to teach you this is how you make money in this area. This is the skill you need, and let's go from here. None of the other BS that's around, and the fact that the professors are expertise is in the fields that they're teaching, 100% just helps because they're able to tell you exactly what the working environment is in that current state rather than you're learning theory from people from like however long ago and trying
mhm,
to and then later on you have to apply it to a world that is forever changing so rapidly. It's
mhm.
like there's also a gap in time lapse of the skills you learn to what's currently available, and then by the time things get published or whatever or learn, you're then by the time it gets to you again back in the books, you're then again behind. So it stops you from being ahead of the curve, I think. And I think don't be fooled. If you go to uni and then you land a job, when you land a job, you then get to stay ahead of the curve, or at least in the curve, because you get to learn stuff. But like you said,
Absolutely,
the real world literally takes you from the point where you start. Is this is the information we have now that can help you now? That's applicable right now, and we need you to do this so you can apply it. And they walk you through the steps of how to apply it. So
one hundred
again,
percent.
picking up that gap, you're 100% correct with that.
Yeah,
100%.
and as the years pass, it's like I see more and more and more of this. I'm like, this is as I don't know how clear it has to be for the general people to understand, but I don't think they do. I think they're still stuck in their traditional. They're still stuck in the traditional ways.
Yeah.
But I mean that. I mean that's just how the system is set up. I totally understand it, but it's like, guys, there's a different world out there. Like there's more. Listen, one thing that I want to add to is that with universities, they can only give you so many projects, but really ultimately it's up to you as an individual to make those projects happen, because nobody's going to do it for you. University can only do so much.
Yeah.
It's like they're promoting you to do something within these classes and preparation, quote unquote preparations. It helps of landing a job. So it's I don't, you clearly see that as they, and it's like it's like no, I'm not with university, but the only university that I definitely do agree with 100% is the real world. I'm not saying that out of exaggeration. This is 100% truth. That's because I've applied myself in the last 7 months, and so far it's not much, but I mean, still for a first year, I think close to $7,000 is not bad.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that. And the thing is, to be able to, that's money that you're making, investing in yourself, your own time. People don't understand how difficult that is. That's not waiting on a company to do. That's you going out and finding the work, doing it. Like that's all based on you. And once you realize that, once you realize you can make $1, once you figure that out, the world is your limit. And that's what I think is so amazing
Yes,
also about the real world is that the lessons and the skills that you've been taught are so transferable. So you, even if you learn it in like one space, you're able to, like, let's say you wanted to open a business outside of the real world. The lessons that you learned are so transferable. You can apply it directly to whatever you're doing. So you can have multiple streams of income with using the same principles and logics that you've learned in the real world. And then the fact that
absolutely.
you have like a community that is constantly engaging in the real world, and you've got the professors giving you like up to date information, you're always learning what's new information or technology that's out there that can help improve your business or whatever you're doing outside. So that's a great aspect of it. Let me ask this question: what do you think about the community in the real world?
The community, I think that they are absolutely phenomenal. They are the first and foremost. Yeah, the professors are absolutely amazing. I listen to their lessons, Luke's lessons. All of it is phenomenal. The community themselves, they're very highly inspiring. They inspire one another. And for me personally, I haven't interacted as much since I have my own journey to walk with. I feel like as if I don't have that much of the experience, then I won't be able to help others. So that's kind of where I'm like, okay, I have the engineering background. I'm very technical. I can help in some of the stuff. I've
Yeah,
already helped personally. For me, I helped several of our own students in the real world. So this is
love
like
that.
kind of outside of it. So it's me giving like small lessons about how to do certain technical things. Like it's not that difficult, and they pick it up really fast. Like this comes from, I'm like I'm helping people out that are not in my field. Like that's where their origin. But even then, still they pick it up that fast, because it's like I picked up the what I picked up from the real world is that you want to make it very simple. You don't have to be very complex. Versus with what universities teach, it's like no, you like, guys, you don't have to stop teaching outdated information. Stop making things so stupidly complicated and just get straight to the point. Because really,
Yeah,
that's all it is. And so I applied that exact same thing. And what I've helped so far is I've already helped several students with it, with their own websites. And really, I think that's all it is. I think for right now, it's just websites with automation, webhooks, and fixing those little bugs. It's so I've been helping our students here and there a little bit. So I'm very happy to see that, because I want to see them succeed. And that's the thing with the real world. We want to see each other succeed, because we have the same ambition. We have the same goals.
yeah,
Uh, so it's like you barely get that in a university setting. It's like you attend class and with limited amount of people, versus in the real world, it's like you have everyone there, dude. From literally all over the world, and you have universities that are trying to promote themselves, and they're like, yeah, we're cultural. We speak. I mean, we teach English courses, Spanish, or what France, Italian, whatever the case may be. No, you have the listen. You can't compare the real world. We have everyone from everywhere. You cannot compare that.
but no,
Absolutely love it.
it's literally like like the real world's focus is like how do we get people to make money? Because that's
Yes.
what this all boils down to. It all boils down to like there's becoming a bigger gap I feel, especially, and it's widening, and they literally want rich people and poor people. And if you don't figure out how to make money, and if you don't figure it out soon, because this window is closing very fast, and it's funny, I see it more and more often. Every time I go back to, I visit my hometown, I see it more and more. I'm like, damn, like the gap is getting bigger, and the window of opportunity is getting smaller. So people need
Absolutely.
to figure it the fuck out now. To be honest with you, they got to figure it out, and that's why we're so invested in trying to bring the real world to people, because there's going to be a time where we can no longer help you.
Mhm.
It will be too late. At some point, it will be too late. So it is literally about getting the information fast, learning it, and applying it as soon as possible. And in the real world, we try to walk you through each step of doing that. And not even try to, we do. We walk you through each step from learning the skill to making the money. That, because that's what it's about. That's what our students care about. And a lot of that is mindset. A lot of that is breaking someone down to the point where they are forced to look at themselves in the mirror and say, "This is up to me and no one else." I can
Absolutely.
give you the skill. I can tell you how to do things, but if you don't have the right mindset, you will not be able to apply it. So
Mhm.
it is truly about creating a space where we can give you the information direct, we can put you in the market as it is now, and we can teach you how to figure it out, and we can walk you through that. And if you
Mhm.
don't have to be an expert in any field, the information is there directly for you to understand it, like in the most simplest form. Like you said, there's people that are not in your field that are picking stuff up, and the reason being is simplicity is key. All
Yes.
we're just telling you the things you need to know to make the money. That's all you care about. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
So, we try
Absolutely.
to bring that to our students. We do try to bring that to our students. Is there anything in the real world that you found challenging, or what was your challenges coming up when you first entered the platform?
Um, I need to think about that. I mean, really, the real world itself, it's very, very self-explanatory. I know where the courses are. But no, that's not the. I mean, ultimately, really, it all fell down to me. But like personally, like I don't see anything wrong with the real world. It was more so of me and just when I first started, I had zero business skills. Like I'm a wizard at engineering. Okay, yeah, that's cool and all, but I had zero business skills. I think, yeah, if I can overlap something else too, is definitely the mindset is I had the kind of mentality where it's like, okay, I'm not sure if this is going to work out for me because this is the system, the way that the matrix is set up with the system, they have it set to where you have to think like that. They make you think like that. And so it's I spent at least a good portion amount of time as I was starting out for the past, I mean, well, for the first several months, I think up to like 4 months, I think, is when I began looking at myself. I'm like, okay, so this is an entirely different new field. I'm out here for myself. I have to fix myself, do as much as I possibly can, and just make sure that I get this to work because nobody else is going to do it for me. Fix the mindset, get out, like rewire your brain to what the real world is teaching us. You can't have the matrix mindset anymore if you want to be able to make it. I come from I have no business skills. Like I started from zero. I'm already even with some of the experience that I got from with some of my own clients, I'm gaining experience that way, my own experience that I'm seeking out. So then with even though these are just still like low ticket clients, eventually I see this all as experience because it'll come to a certain point when I get to a high level ticket client, I have the character development in order for me to close that high ticket client because of the skills that I picked up from low ticket clients because that's the whole point of it.
A
So,
hundred percent.
and if you told me if I gave myself this lesson when I first started, I'm like, okay, I can understand what he's saying in theory. Okay, then apply it now. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Just apply it. That's all you got to do. It's not that
It,
hard.
it literally is that you like again. You hit the nail on the head. Like it is. It's literally just learn, apply. But the thing is with university, and I don't like to completely shit on universities because there's some fields that, the doctors have to go through their university runs to figure that out. Like there's fields where you have to, but so I'm not trying to completely shit on it. But a lot of the stuff that you're taught in universities is bullshit. It is. They're like without just being frank. That's the truth. It's BS, and they fill it up with loads of stuff to keep you busy, and then like you said, it creates this gap because you're behind in the field that you're in. The marketplace is different than what it says in the theory, and you get this level of confusion. So you get a lot of people that don't make it. Whereas as I'm doing these interviews, I'm so much people are just being able to listen to the information, apply it, and make money. Do you know how much people I've had on here saying they're making 100 grand a week, 50 grand a week, like
Mhm.
200,000 a month? Like it's crazy. It's crazy numbers. So
Mhm.
to hear people on here being able to make their own money, and I have no doubt you'll be there soon. You'll be in that place where you're making your monthly income is going to skyrocket because you
Mhm.
do understand what is being taught to you. Do you understand? It's the fact
Yes.
that you're taking these steps. And once I learn how to lock down my small clients, I then take that same transferable information and then I apply it on a higher scale. So I have no doubt that you're gonna definitely grow very fast within the platform.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I do see myself projecting well, currently where I'm at right now. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like with the skills that I'm picking up, it's not yeah that'll come. That will come. Like
So what would you say would be the goals for the rest of the year? What's your aim?
my aim for the rest of the year really is try to make it to 10K per month.
Yep.
I'm looking to get a high ticket client. That's for sure. That's one of my goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of like just those are just like my financial goals. In terms of like just trying to make money.
Yeah.
Definitely pick up as much experience as I possibly can. Is the more experience that I have, the more that's added to my character development in order to make those business and transactions happen.
And how is the real world going to help you plan to do that?
So really, it's just it's real with the real world as it currently stands. I mean, really, the tools are already laid out in front of you. It's really just picking those up, applying them, and I mean, really, that I think they gave like the constant updates in terms of what is happening in the now instead of like outdated information that happened like many years back. Instead, we have information that is in the now. Pick up what is happening right now that is game changing. Pick that up and just apply it.
Yeah.
So I think
100%.
really that's all it is.
Agreed. So there's going to be people out there who are hesitant to join the real world. What would be your message to them?
You saw the ads. You saw the many people that are that are making money, that are very successful, and you're still stuck at a job that you don't like. If you lack purpose in your current job, then that's your calling. Well, instead of having to constantly be in this insane cycle, why don't you do something yourself for a change? Because you're working for somebody else, their
Facts.
dream. Why don't you work on yours? You have one life. God gave it to you, so why not take a chance on yourself?
Agreed. 100%. I love that. And you're completely right. If you're going to invest in anything or anyone, why not invest in you?
Mhm.
Why would you spend hours and hours wasting on someone else's dream, someone else's fortune, when you can invest in your own? And this is what we try to bring you on this platform. We try to teach you how to invest in you, and that's going to pay you the biggest dividends in life. Period. Fulfillment, money, freedom, to be able to help and protect and secure the people you love around you. It leads, all roads lead to that when you really engage in the real world and you take what you're learning there and you apply it. And that's the end result. The end result is a successful version of yourself, and that's it. It's waking up
Absolutely.
in the morning. Oh, I have to wake up. I'm tired. I don't want to go to this fucking job. That doesn't exist when you're waking up for you. You never think that. You're like, shit, I need to get up. I need to. Do you understand? Your drive, your fire is different when it's for you. When it's for someone else, there's always a reason in the back of your mind that you don't want to go. There's
Mhm.
always a reason. But when you
Absolutely.
unlock that door and you unlock that fire in yourself and you realize that everything you do is relying on you and you hold yourself accountable and you have the right mind frame, plus you have the knowledge and the skill to apply it, and you know it's possible, bro. You never wake up with a doubt in your mind. You couldn't wake up early enough. You couldn't wake up early enough.
Mhm.
all them times when you wake up and you think, just another hour in bed. You do not have that thought when you are reliant on you. You don't. So yeah, I 100% agree with what you're saying there, and I'm
Yeah,
glad that we
likewise.
were able to help you with your journey, and I really do think that you'll achieve your goals by the end of the year, 100%. Like I think if you keep applying yourself and also understanding that everything's transferable, like you said, you have multiple streams of income that you're trying to position yourselves in, and it's all still applicable. You just have to understand how to take the skill and apply it there. Take that skill and apply it here. So that understanding is great, and we look forward to seeing you at the top, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Marcel.
Thank you, man, and thank you for coming on today. Really do appreciate you.
Yeah, and thank you for the interview and the time. I greatly appreciate it.